I am the change. God, let me be the change. Right there's the change. Everywhere she goes, we are the change. Oh, God. Ooh.
I saw two different things.
Say it.
And I couldn't really, like, it's kind of, I thought it was like the same thing, and I didn't quite understand it at first. But first, I saw like a fuse being lit, like connected to like TNT. But it was like one master fuse, and then it like connected to a bunch of other fuses that went all at one time, and then they exploded. And for some reason, it seemed like they were in like a mountain, inside of a mountain, and they like just like absolutely exploded, and the mountain just like shattered.
Ooh,
But then I saw kind of like, you know, in the movie, football movie.
Football. Remember the Titans?
No, the new one, Woodlawn.
Woodlawn.
It was like in Woodlawn. I saw in the distance. I saw like literally like it was like a single like flame light, like literally like coming down and like just like touch a candle, and then I saw like different candles being lit and more lights coming down in different places. Like, I mean, the candles were lighting other candles, but at the same time it was like other flames were being given down in different places, and before you knew it, there was like, they were everywhere over like vast plains. Like the entire plains were like lit up with candles and lights, and you could see it like from like I almost like then could see it from like outer space or something. It was crazy. But I think the difference was people a lot of times want the first, and they think the first is the thing that they're going to get. But see, the thing about the TNT is the TNT, it was a big explosion and drew a lot of attention, but it was violent and it damaged. It was damaging. It was volatile, and I mean it hurt God's creation. I mean, sure, it drew a lot of attention to it, but it wasn't good necessarily because it hurt a lot. But the second was, and I also forgot to mention it, but I saw a human hand light that fuse. That was the fuse that lit the dynamite, or the TNT. A human hand had a lighter and it lit that. The second one, God sent down just a little flame to light that first candle. And then they started lighting candles, and then God sent down other little lights to this candle and to this candle. And they started like spreading. But it was even though it was the brightest flame and drew so much attention, even from outer space you could see it down on below. It was a gentle flame.
I see that.
Like, I mean, it still burns with just as much heat and intensity, but at the same time, it was gentle. It didn't take it by force.
Jesus.
It didn't take it by force. If you have a candle, you can choose whether or not you're going to let somebody else light your candle. The TNT couldn't help it. It was one fuse, and all of the other fuses were connected to it. They didn't have a choice or not whether that was going to light them or not. It lit them all, and they all exploded. But with the candles, it was light this candle, and this candle, and this candle, and this candle. It swept over vast areas, but it did it so beautifully.
Thank you, God.
It was beautiful.
Thank you, God.
And I think that's the difference. I think in the past it has kind of been that TNT to a degree, but I feel like this is different. It won't be any less of an excitement. It won't be any less of great things happening, but at the same time, it's going to be a much gentler, more heavenly kind of flame that comes for you.
What kept coming to me when you were saying that, though, is a world situation. I really see that there are hands right now, human hands, trying to light a fuse to blow this world up and get all eyes looking and saying, oh, look at that flame. But God's doing something totally different. Now, that may not be the way you saw it, and it was your vision, so I'll go with what you feel, but that's what struck me. I don't know if it struck anybody else the same way. But a human hand can light something and cause a big old stir. But when God lights it, just one candle at a time, and it spreads.
And what hit me when he said that is dynamite is a one-time thing. A candle last for a long time.
That's
And,
good.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of revelation.
I
in
do
this
too. I
because
think there's levels
also,
of that.
Another thing that hit me when I first saw it was, there's a Bible verse that says, say unto that mountain, be thou removed.
That hit me too, as soon as you said it.
But it was a human hand trying to explode
Trying to
it,
explode the
to
mountain.
blow up the mountain for it to be moved. It wasn't. They weren't letting. They weren't. People have stepped away from faith. They want to try to do everything in a way that's tangible, that they can see, that they can make happen with their physical evidence, but they don't. They're almost afraid to let God, to sit back and let God do the work and just have that faith, because they were trying to blow up the mountain when they should have stood back.
Speak
spoke
to that
something.
mountain. That's right. You speak His word to that mountain. Oh, you don't use human hands to try to get it out of the way.
I was thinking like a moth or things are drawn to lights or whatever, but people are drawn to the Holy Spirit light, like God.
That's right.
And Chelsea hit the nail on the head there. A candle burns and burns and burns. And I mean, an explosion is just, that TNT explosion is just a one-time big bang, and it's just like, draw a lot of attention, but it doesn't last, and it goes away, and it's like, there's a huge letdown. It's like, okay, that was good, but now it's gone. But that candle, it keeps burning. And I think the great thing is when it's ordained by God like that, it's like in the temple with the oil, He can keep it burning.
Yes, He did. Honey.
He can keep it burning. It will be a miracle of lights.
Oh,
He can keep that light burning as long as we let it.
I feel that.